The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
Anything that would go against World Health Organization recommendations would be a violation of our policy, and so remove is another really important part of our policy.
And daily we work to remove that content online which is both harmful and particularly when it comes to COVID-19 and vaccinations.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
It's a forum held every year where the rich and the powerful can meet and exchange ideas in complete secrecy. Almost 130 politicians, bankers and industrialists are attending this year's Bilderberg Group conference in the German city of Dresden. This year's attendees include the former head of the CIA. Two prime ministers will be there, Mark Rutte from the Netherlands and Belgium's Charles Michel. And as we mentioned earlier, Christine Lagarde is attending. She's the head of the International Monetary Fund. Two former intelligence chiefs, John Sowers of MI6 and David Petraeus, who used to lead the CIA, will also be there. And the rest of the list is littered with influential businessmen and bankers, including the heads of Shell, HSBC and Alphabet Inc., which is the holding company for Google. There are also around 10 journalists from major media organizations attending the meeting, but they can't report on it.
If I look at our stakeholders, we have business, of course, as a very important audience, and we have politics, we have continuous partnerships with many governments around the world. And of course we have NGOs, we have trade unions, we have all those different parts. Media, of course. Right?
We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
At first it was 55 years, but now the FDA is asking a judge to give them 75 years before they have to turn over any data on the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine.
The College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario came out with a very chilling statement. They were very explicit and threatened investigation and discipline for any physicians who express any of the negative aspects of any of these interventions, no matter what the evidence says.
Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment.
Governments need to be willing to do things that are out of their historical perspective, or for the most part, it's really a war footing that we need to be on.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy. The
truth of your world government has now been exposed. We know you are ruthless. We know you are evil. To David Rockefeller, to the Rothschild representatives here, to the Queen of the Netherlands, to all of you, we tell you, you are not our queens, you are not our kings, you are not our gods.
That relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, No rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence in the response and dedication of our citizens whenever they are fully informed. And so it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent. Free and independent.